Today we're rebuilding Fulham, but we're not signing Yamal and Musiala. We're going to be keeping it realistic. So that means signing sensible players and also creating our own tactics that fit the style that we want to play and hopefully complete all of our objectives. Let me explain how this video is going to work. So we're going to be in charge for 3 seasons and I've set 3 objectives that I think we can realistically achieve while we're in charge of Fulham. The first one is to win the Carabao Cup or the FA Cup. Either will do, both would be lovely. Next is to get a top 6 Premier League finish. This is probably the toughest of them all. And finally is to get Josh King 20 plus assists and 20 plus goals in the Premier League over the 3 seasons combined. Josh King's their newest wonder kid and I really like him, so why not involve him in the objective? But this is going to be a series where I rebuild different teams that you suggest down below, so make sure to comment them. I'm going to set objectives that are realistic for that club to achieve. So Fulham's the first one. We know the objectives. Let's get into this and rebuild Fulham. The starting team is not too bad, as you can see right here, but I think there's definitely some improvements that need to be made and maybe even a formational change as well. I think this is our best team available without making any signings. And to be fair, we'll probably move Josh King just out to the right to give him a little bit less pressure. He doesn't have to be starting every game, but over these 3 seasons, he needs 40 goal involvements in the Prem. So he definitely needs to improve those ratings. £49 million as well is a lot of money to reinvest in this already pretty decent squad. And I think maybe the midfield could do with some improvements. I'm not certain we're going to start Josh King in season 1, but either way, the backups are Tom Kearney, and then for the DM roles as well, we have Harrison Reed. It's very limited when most of our team in this formation are going to be midfielders. First option is Romeo Lavia. I know, not realistic. That's why we would only get him if it's a 1 season long loan with no option to buy, because Chelsea might see the value in letting him get minutes in first team in the Premier League for us. The second one, a different vein of form. Arnold. He's got 1 year left on his contract, is cheap, would be a solid player just to add a bit of depth to the squad. Would fight for the spot to start. We'd have to see how he performs, but we're going to first go in for the loan for Lavia. Okay, I had a feeling this was going to be the response to that. So instead, we're going to go in for Arnold. He's going to cost less than 10 mil. He's going to be a good rotation player that's going to add depth. Okay, we've got the deal for Arnold agreed. £8.8 million. I honestly don't think that's too bad of a deal whatsoever. He fits the kit very nicely and has got the number 8 straight away. And looking at the rest of the squad, we have good depth. We don't have loads and loads of it. So in terms of actually selling players in this first season, I don't think there's many players that we're looking to really get off our books. We've listed Tom Kearney and Harrison Reed. We're not going to sell both, but I think we can afford to let one of these 2 go because they're not realistically going to get any minutes. Neither of them are young, so I feel like it's best if we just cash in before they retire. With Arnold on the bench now, the team is obviously still looking good. I think the only other thing for season 1, obviously Jimenez and Muniz aren't the best strikers in the world, but I think we can give them the first season. We need to keep this realistic. I think a depth player for the attacking midfield role that I'm willing to use. So if King is struggling with form, he doesn't have to be starting, or he can come off the bench for the first season. Goose Till could be a good option, a very all-rounded player, 77 rated, 27 years old. Again, is going to be so cheap for us. Or Pepe's the other option. He's a bit of a different style of player to Till. He's got 85 pace, 82 dribbling, and I mean, that's always helpful. But he is a bit more of a traditional winger, so it is going to be a tough choice. We've decided Till is the man for us. He has joined for only £10 million, and I think that's actually a really sensible signing because in this first season, he'll get the start over Josh King, but it gives Josh King minutes off the bench. He can grow in ratings, and hopefully season 2, we can start seeing Josh King break into that starting 11. So this is now what our team is looking like with Till in there. Obviously, we can always move to Smith Rowe on the right. It's versatile, but let me break down the tactics for you. We've got Till on the classic 10 versatile. This is more for when Josh King is in the team because it just gives them a lot of creativity, a bit less pressure. He can float where he needs to. Smith Rowe on the balance, Iwobi on the half winger as well because obviously he does kind of play left mid in real life, but he did come through as a midfielder, so that is absolutely fine. Then Berg and Lukic holding defense, deep line playmaker, that's fine. Robinson on the wing back to overlap Iwobi because that's going to be a great partnership, and the rest reads itself. And that's what it's looking like with the ball. Obviously, always a bit of a mess, the with the ball tactics on FC, but what can we do? Okay, and Harrison Reed was the first one out the two to get an offer, so he has left the club. He's gone to Leeds, actually, in the Prem for £1.85 million. We didn't sell him for the transfer budget. We've sold him because we don't want him. So obviously not too busy of a window in this first season. We've sold Harrison Reed, and we've bought in Gus Hill and Arnold. Not too much spent, not too much sold either. But just like that, I think we're ready to get into season one. This transfer window is obviously going to be the quietest of them all because they've made some moves, not many I must add, in real life in the summer. And we want the boys to have a chance to perform and prove why they deserve to be in the team. So this is the team going into season one. Take your final look at it because we're now going to get into it. I'll show you some highlights from certain games and stuff like that. But other than that, I'll be seeing you at the end of season one. Well, in this first season, there was definitely a bit of a striker issue because have a look at this. We played Till through on goal. Lovely ball to Jimenez and he missed an open goal. Josh King really started to shine. Look, he was starting to, create stuff, go on silky runs. It's looking good. But he even started to create stuff as well. Look at this. Josh King in behind. Lovely ball to Smith Rowe. It's looking promising. We have now made it to the end of the first season. We're going to check out the league, the player stats, all of that good stuff. Okay, well, we finished 13th. If you have a look, it's only 4 points up to 9th. And even then, it's such a close mid-table battle. It's the teams you'd expect to be around there as well. It's not too bad of a first season, considering we didn't make too many changes. But we did lose Ryan Sessegnon and Harry Wilson because of the new contract issue on FC26. Neither of them would sign a new one, even though Sessegnon asked for a new one, then wouldn't accept one. Don't ask me, it's weird. But both of them have gone. Luckily, they weren't really involved in the squad anyway. And this is now what our team is looking like. As you can see, Josh King has kind of worked his way into the starting lineup. And I apologize, I completely forgot about Kevin at the start of the season. 23 years old, can play out wide. He got some good minutes in there. Sanderberg, Arnold, Lukic, they just rotated loads. Till just rotated with Josh King. So obviously, we need to prioritize Josh King's development. And he did start to perform. Oh my God, Muniz had to start because Jimenez has gone down to 72 rated. The team is decent. And Smith Rowe was actually our top goal scorer with 13 and 8. And then Muniz came in with 8 in 23. Jimenez did all right in the games, but at 72 rated, it just became too difficult. Arnold did really well. And as you can see here, Josh King got 3 goals and 3 assists. So that means he needs 17 more goals, 17 more assists in 2 seasons. But I'm thinking next season, maybe 8 and 8. And then similar again. And it's definitely going to be close. But when he continues to develop, I think it's going to be possible. And £71 million to start off season 2 is actually a big improvement. And looking at this team, I think maybe it's time to invest in a striker. Because Muniz, he did perform all good. That's absolutely fine. But we now have no backup. Jimenez is retiring. So he has left the club. Because the midfield, I'm happy with. Look at that. It's actually pretty decent. We can maybe do with, one more rotation player in there. But other than that, it's okay. Centre-backs, they're really good. We've got 4 solid options. Left-back, could do with a backup to Anthony Robinson. And right-back, we're absolutely fine. So I think striker is the only starting position that we maybe need to sign. And I've just been checking out the different top goal scorers because of this new feature that's been added, which is so helpful. And last season, look at Mohamed Amoura, 17 and 33 for Wolfsburg, joint top goal scorer. 81 rated, can play striker, left wing, attacking midfield, only 26 years old. If he joins that attacking front line with Smith Rowe and Josh King and Iwobi playing balls in behind to 91 pace, this could be deadly. And we've actually brought him in straight away. He looks good in the shirt and hopefully he can carry us to a top 6 finish, an FA Cup or Carabao Cup win, and help Josh King get his assists up. As you can see, though, he joined for £39 million, our record transfer fee, but I think he's going to be worth it. With him up top, that attack now is looking so good. And to be fair, just the team in general is starting to take shape with the vision I had for it. We've kept the tactics the exact same, don't you worry. Nothing like that has changed. And I think other than backup players, maybe a youthful player in the DM role, because Josh King, because of the goal and assist target, we want to play him a bit higher up. But Arnold isn't too young. Lukic is 29. Sanderberg isn't old either, 28. But maybe if we get a youth player that can break through so next season he can become a starter. And then other than that, maybe just a backup left back. And I think we'll then be ready for the next season. Well, as you can see, Brentford got relegated last season. And I really like the look of Yarmouk. Obviously, he plays a lot in real life for them. 74 rated, 22 years old. Can play the DM role. I think he's the perfect style of playing. Because they got relegated, even though, they're London rivals and stuff like that. I think this isn't crazy, like, unrealistic, because he's not going to be bought by, like, a top 6 club. And we're the next best thing. We're a mid-table club that's on the rise, looking for a top 6, looking for a Carabao Cup, FA Cup. We're going to try our luck with him. Well, that was really easy. We got him over the line for just £6 million. I think that's actually a bargain, because there's no reason he can't start to break into that starting 11 if he performs well. And if he continues to grow in rating, for £6 million, we might have just got ourselves an absolute steal. And if we want to win the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, we can't prioritise really one of them. We have to just try our luck in both and see what one works out. We're going to need a lot of depth in this team, and he is going to be a massive, massive help to that. And for that backup left back, we've actually brought in Luke Thomas from Leicester. He has Prem experience and will actually be quite a decent squad player for us. To be fair, behind Anthony Robinson, he's not going to be getting like any minutes at all. We just need someone that can fill in there. And I mean, he literally cost 200 grand and Luke Harris, who was getting no minutes anyway. So I think that's actually quite a good deal. So this is what our team is looking like going into season 2. I'm not going to make any more changes. And I'm not planning on selling anyone. We have good depth, but I don't think we have loads and loads to the point where we can offload quite a few players. If no one becomes unhappy, then I'm happy with this being the squad. I think our bench is going to be the key difference maker, because we actually have a really solid second starting 11, which for the cup competitions is going to be crucial. So this is the team for season 2. Wish us luck. Once again, I'll show you any key highlights, and hopefully we have like a cup final or a key deciding Prem game at the end to get us our 6th place finish. And Josh King, you need a big season, son. Well, what plans to change? Because Calvin Bassey's message is saying, I think not getting games is starting to damage my career. He started every game last year and is going to continue to. But because he wants to leave, on FC26, we have to let him leave. Otherwise, it's going to screw us over and the board will just sell him. And then same with Issa Diop, which is a bit more fair enough because he's 7-7 rated and was a backup. So we've already had an offer for Calvin Bassey and we've accepted it. So he's going to Villa for 16.5 mil, but we're going to have to sell Diop as well and try bring in a starting level centre-back. Okay, so Calvin Bassey is now out the door, which is so annoying. He's so good in game. He's such a good centre-back in real life. I was looking forward to having him over the 3 seasons, but he's just made up this idea that he hasn't been playing games when literally he was the stonewall at centre-back for us. But either way, if he's not happy, I guess he's got to go. And now it's time for Issa Diop to go as well, which is annoying because if he knew about Calvin Bassey leaving, he would have worked out he was going to become the starting centre-back. This one's a bit, more fair because he was back up all last season, barely played. But Calvin Bassey, honestly, mate, there is no excuse for that. And he's actually gone to Everton for £7.5 million. So now we have Cuenca coming in, which is absolutely fine. I really like him as a backup, but I want him to remain as a backup. And I think that is obviously, like I said before, the only position. DMs, we're absolutely set now. We got like 4 very good ones. Midfielders, we're set as well. It is just centre-back. Let's bring in a starting level centre-back, drop Cuenca to the bench, and then get on with season 2. And because of those sales, we have £39 million. We can definitely bring in a decent player. Let me go scout someone. I'll see what I can find. Okay, well, we've actually brought in Max Kilman because West Ham also got relegated, and he's a very good Premier League level centre-back, and him next to Anderson I think could be a really nice partnership together. It's a bit annoying that I've had to bring him in, if I'm being honest. I was very happy with our defence, but what can we do? But he has joined for £16.5 million, meaning this is now our final team going in to season 2. I'm liking the look of it a lot, and I'm excited to get through the season. I'd love a cup run this year, and then the final season just focus on the league. Well, we have the Carabao Cup final against Manchester City. This is the perfect opportunity to tick off one of the 3 objectives in season 2. As you can see, though, in the semis, we absolutely thrashed Everton, and we're now in the final. I'm going to keep the league table a surprise, though, so we're going to get straight into the Carabao Cup final. This is what the kind of preferred starting 11 has been. It rotates a lot at the minute because of our depth, but Kevin has come in and been such a star for us. But as you can see, Yarmouk has got a suspension, so obviously that's going to have to change. And I'm thinking we have 2 options. We're going to bring in Arnold for this one, and we're obviously going to start Josh King as well. He's up to 76 races now. Don't you worry. He has been getting loads and loads of minutes. So don't you worry about that. It's just who do we drop? And because of Kevin's pace, we're going to put him onto the bench. Because I think off the bench, he could be really, really useful for us. So this is the team against Manchester City in the Carabao Cup final Fingers crossed we can beat them. Okay, we've got it with a Wobby. Literally from kickoff out wide here. There's a bit of space. And oh my god, Amora through on goal already! What a chance that was to go 1-0 up in the Carabao Cup final in 3 minutes. Oh, Doku is definitely going to be dangerous. We've got to try and stop him. I mean, the speed is so difficult now. It's Marmouche in the box. Oh, why did we commit? 1-0 down in 8 minutes. That was awful, awful defending from me. And it's not a good start at all to the Carabao Cup final. Okay, we've got the ball with a Wobby. Can we hit them with a counter? Can we use Amora's pace? He could be in behind here. It's against Ruben Diaz. He has the pace on him. He's through on goal. Oh, it's a big save from Donnarumma. And that's half time. It was actually an all right performance. We didn't create any clear-cut chances, really. There's a few half chances and stuff like that. But we actually played all right. It's just a bit annoying, the defensive mistakes so early on to lead to a goal. Marmouche on the ball now. Need to try and win this back. They've got out to Doku. Into Reinders. Oh, no. Oh, my God. What is that defending? Again. I think that was Arnold that time. Such sloppy defensive work. We're now 2-0 down. We've actually played all right as well, is the issue. We've actually played all right. And just like that, we're 2-0 down. Okay, we've got it with a Wobby from a free kick now. What can we do? We tried to chip it over to Amor, who's tried to put it across goal. Oh, I was hoping for a penalty there. We've still got a chance, potentially. It's a Wobby. Pull it across. Oh, another big chance by Josh King. And we're just not able to get a goal. Okay, Savinho's on the ball. He's come on for Doku, so it's not getting any easier on that side. We've just about won it back. We need to make the most of when they're slightly out of position, just like this. And Josh King has got space in behind, but he is alone. There's literally no one in support of him. We're running through. Josh King! It's another chance. We're playing well is the annoying thing. That is game. We've lost 2-0 in the final to Manchester City. What a disappointing end to that tournament run we just had. Did so well to get to the final. And we've lost at the final hurdle. It was a good performance, but we were just outclassed by Man City. Though they don't miss their chances, and we definitely did. We had chances there to score at least 1 or 2 goals. Defensively, we were horrible. We're not going to watch the trophy celebration. We're just going to get to the end of the season and hope there's at least something we can celebrate. We've now made it to the end of the season. Time to check out the league, the player stats, and obviously Josh King's stats. So firstly, I mean, we're 9th. That's not too bad. 5 points off 7th. We're obviously going to need to make a big jump to get that top 6. We still haven't won a trophy either. Obviously, we came so close just now. So, it could be a lot worse. And Wolves have gone down, so we maybe can take some of their players next season. And the team is good. Yarmouk, I really like him in game, so he has basically become our starting DM. This front three here with Amora up front. Oh my God, Kevin came in. He was complaining. I thought, I'll give you game time, see what you can do. Unbelievable stuff. King as well, so good. The team I'm really happy with. And Amora got 24 Premier League goals, 32 and 47 overall. It will be 9 and 8. Smith Rowe 9 and 12. Josh King 7 and 10 in the Prem, taking his totals to 10 and 13, which means in the final season he needs 10 goals, 7 assists. So we just need to flip those goals and assists from this season, and he only played 24 games. Next season, I'm going to make sure he's a starter in our team. So that one, I think, is definitely achievable. Well, Muniz actually left as well, so we're going to need a backup striker because he just was not happy playing second position to Amora, but, you know, we can't exactly bench him. Leno could potentially do with getting replaced at this point and turning into a backup for us, which isn't ideal. I like Leno, but he is 35 years old now. And £91 million is definitely enough to improve the starting 11. I'm going to see if I can find some good players. We have our backup striker sorted from Leverkusen. It's Martin Terrier. He's joined for £17.5 million. So I think he's going to be quite good for us. He's just going to be a second choice striker. But, you know, in the early rounds of the Cups, in some games where we got to prioritise other games, he'll definitely get some minutes. And for centre-back, we've got Flamingo as an option. Don't mind him at all. 24 years old, 80 rated. He's going to be costing just under £30 million. Or Carter Vickers from Celtic, 29 years old, but 82 rated already, and going to be costing a similar amount. It is a tough decision, but I think I've made my mind up. And we decided Carter Vickers is the man for us. He did cost £27.5 million, but I think that's going to be money well spent. So our team is now looking quite good. We can rotate between Kilman and Anderson. it's all right, but the squad depth is kind of lacking because everyone just gets unhappy and always leaves. So maybe we will try keep hold of both Lukic and Arnold, because otherwise we're just running really low on players. If you look here, Trafford is still the backup to Donnarumma. And I mean, at 24 years old, at 81 rated, he's not going to want to stay as a backup. And Donnarumma's only 28, and he's going to be there for years and years to come. So we're going to see if we can get him. And we did actually manage to get hold of James Trafford. This one is a massive, massive signing. Obviously, here and there, we have some defensive issues, but we now brought in a new centre-back, James Trafford in goal. The team is starting to shape up, ready for a trophy. It's going to come down to the wire. A top 6 is definitely possible with this squad. A cup competition is definitely possible. We just got to the final. We've made improvements since. And Josh King, again, is definitely possible. It's going to be so close, but hopefully we can do it. So this is our team going into season 3. Obviously, we'll rotate it a lot. We've got a lot of good squad depth here. But hopefully it's a successful season, and I'll be seeing you at the end of it. Okay, we're at the end of the season. There's no cup final, which means that is a failure. We did not win the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup. We came close, but what about the league position? Oh my God. We didn't just finish top 6. We finished top 4. 84 goals scored. What an unbelievable achievement. And I mean, this team is so good now. Amora, the signings up to 87. King's up to 81. He wasn't even 70 rated when we started this. The team is so good. And I think I've kept this relatively realistic. But I'm sure like some of you will disagree. So make sure to let me know down below, obviously. But did Josh King get the right amount of goals? Let's go to him. We needed 10 goals, 7 assists. He got 12 and 10. He has done it. He got over 20 and 20 in the 3 seasons. Now 81 rated at 21 years old. One of the most exciting wonder kids in the world on this career mode right now. But what about everyone else's stats? How did they do while we're here? Amora put up 30 and 14 in the Prem. 34 and 17 overall. Smith Rowe 16. Josh King was our 3rd top goal scorer, to be fair. And also our 2nd top assister. What a baller. Fulham, you have kind of been rebuilt. We completed 2 out of 3. I would say that's definitely a successful rebuild. The only one we missed was a trophy, but we got to the final. We got close enough. Make sure to let me know down below, what team should I rebuild in this style next? And not just the team, what challenges like these ones should I set that are realistic for that club to achieve within 3 seasons? But if you have made it this far, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, goodbye.